So do you also wish that whenever you receive a new lead from Facebook, automatically the lead details should be added into your CRM, a mail should be sent towards your lead, and automatically the lead details should be added into your Google Sheets and your team on Slack should be notified? Yes, this is possible with the help of Pabbly Connect. You can run your business on autopilot. Whenever you're going to receive a new lead from Facebook, automatically all of this is going to happen in backend and within seconds. Yes, you heard it right, within seconds. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen, everyone. So let's say someone sees my ad on the Facebook and they're interested and they fill in this lead form. So let's say I'm going to enter all of my details. As you can see that I've entered the first name as Smart, last name as Lead, and so on. And now I'm going to submit this lead form. And once I submit this lead form, it is saying thanks, you are all set. So I have successfully submitted this lead form. So now let's open our Zoho CRM. You're going to see we have only 3 contacts in Zoho CRM right now. But once I'm going to refresh this page, you're going to see the contacts will turn into 4. The new lead details have been added right over here as a new contact. Alright, so now let's open our Gmail. We're going to see that right now we have received a new mail. And you're going to see over here is the mail which is Hi Smart Lead. So the mail has been sent towards Smart Lead, which is a personalized mail with their name. Alright, so let's open our Google Sheets and you're going to see the details of the same lead has been added in my Google Sheets too. Be the first name, last name, email address, phone number, budget, city, type of property or interested in. Alright, so now let's open our Slack and you're going to see that my team on Slack is also notified about the new lead. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then watch this video till the end, everyone. So now we have seen the proper working of this automation. Now let's see how we can create this. So to create this, I've opened the workflow builder of Pabbly Connect. So if you're an existing user like me, directly log in inside Pabbly Connect and open your workflow builder. But if you are a new user, you're going to get the Pabbly Connect's landing page URL in the description box below. Go on that URL and then click on sign up for free. Once you click on sign up for free, you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore Pabbly Connect. And then come inside Pabbly Connect and log in and open your workflow builder and then follow me. So this is the most important window for automation because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the 2 main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So to get started, we have to click on this add trigger button. For the trigger application, we have to search for Facebook lead ads. So let's search for Facebook lead ads over here and select Facebook lead ads. For the event, we have to select new lead instant and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and Pabbly Connect, we have 2 options. So if you have already created a connection between Facebook lead ads and Pabbly Connect, go on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, click on this add a new connection and then connect with Facebook lead ads. Now Pabbly is going to ask you to click on this continue because I have already logged in my Facebook account. But if you haven't logged in your Facebook account, first Pabbly is going to ask you to log in your account and then only you're going to get the option of clicking on this continue. But once you get this option, directly click on this continue and your Facebook lead ads account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. I'll suggest you log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. Now you have to select the page name. So as you can see, the name of my page is Prime Properties. So I'm going to select the same. Alright, so let's open our workflow and search for Prime Properties and select it. And now for the lead form, I'm going to select my form which is lead ads form 3. So I want to create this automation for this form. So I've selected the same. If you wish to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can select all lead gen forms too. Now after selecting the page name and the lead gen form, you have to switch on the simple response button because we want to capture the responses in simpler format. After switching it on, we have to click on this save and send test request. And once we click on the save and send test request, it is now converted into waiting for webhook response. So let's capture this webhook response. For that, we have to open a new tab and search for Meta for Developers. And then we have to open the landing page of Meta for Developers. And after opening the landing page, we have to go towards this resources and then developer tools. And once we open this developer tools, we have to go towards this lead ads RTO debug tool. And after opening this lead ads RTO debug tool, we have to select the page and the form. So for the page, I'm going to select my page, which is prime properties, and I'm going to select the form which I selected in my workflow, and now I'm going to select the product as lead retrieval, and now we have to click on this preview form. And now let's say someone sees my ad on their Instagram and they are interested and they fill in this lead gen form. So let's fill in this lead gen form. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as testing. Last name, I'm going to keep it as lead only. For the email, I'm going to keep it as lead44@pablitudes.com. Now let's move on further. I'm going to keep the phone number as this right over here, and now for the city, I'm going to keep it as Bhopal. And after entering all of these details, I'm going to click on this continue and then submit. And yes, we have successfully submitted this. So now let's open our workflow, and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same right over here. So we just have to wait for a few seconds, and I'm going to see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response of the same details. Now what we have to do is, I'm going to show you my previous workflow. Now I have to create a new contact in Zoho CRM of the same details. I'm going to send an automated email to the same lead, then add the details in my Google Sheets, and then further I'm going to send a Slack channel message. So first let's add the detail in the CRM. So we have to click on this add new action step. For the action application, we have to search for our CRM. So for my CRM, I use Zoho, so I'm going to select Zoho CRM over here. You can use any another CRM which you use for your business. Pabbly supports most of them like HubSpot, Salesforce, and much more. After that, you have to select the event as create contact and click on this connect. If you have already created a connection between Zoho CRM and Pabbly Connect, go on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, click on this add a new connection and then connect with Zoho CRM. To get this domain, open your Zoho CRM account, and in this URL, you're going to get this domain after CRM dot and before /CRM. So my domain is zoho.in, so I'm going to copy the same and paste it right over here. So you have to keep in mind that the domain will be anything from here only, nothing else. And you're going to get this domain from the URL of your Zoho CRM account. After entering this, click on this save. And once you click on this save, Pabbly is asking for multiple permissions. So let's click on this accept and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for. You can also give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for. Your data is 100% safe with us, no need to worry. Now it is asking me for the lead source. So I'm going to select the lead source as Facebook over here. Now it is asking me for many other details. So one by one, I'm going to enter all of these details. But we are not going to enter the details manually by typing it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm only going to map the details which are required. As you can see, only this last name and email is required, but I entered this first name and the phone number because I had these details of my leads. If you wish, you can definitely only enter the required details and move on further. After entering the required details, we have to click on this save and send test request. And now you're going to see we have received the positive response that we have created a new contact in Zoho CRM. So let's open our Zoho CRM and refresh this contact list. And you're going to see a new contact has been created with the same details which we entered during the test submission. So now let's move on further. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a mail. Alright, so let's click on this add new action step. For the action application, I'm going to search for Gmail and select it. For the event, we have to select send email, click on this connect. If you have already connected Gmail, click on this select existing connection and then save. Otherwise, click on this add a new connection and then sign in with Google. Once we click on this sign in with Google, we have to select the Gmail account with the help of which we want to create a connection. Pabbly is asking for some permission, so let's click on this allow. And after clicking on this allow, we have connected Gmail with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to enter the sender's name. So this is the sender's name, which is Prime Properties, which is the name of my company. So I'm going to enter the same. I'm going to select the sender's email address, and then I'm going to map this recipient email address and move on further. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to only map the details which are required, like this email subject. So now let's enter the subject as welcome to Prime Properties, and then I'm going to simply map the name of my lead so that we can send personalized emails. For the email content, as you can see that I have sent advanced email. I have not sent plain emails. If you wish to send plain emails, you can select the content type as plain and enter a plain email. But I'm going to select the content type as HTML because I want to send advanced emails. Now I'm going to simply map the HTML tags over here. So as you can see, I've successfully entered this content. Now in this front of this hi, I'm going to map the name of my lead. I'm going to map the first name, put a space, and then the last name. Now after entering this email content, let's click on this save and send test request, and you're going to see we have received the positive response. Alright, so let's open our Gmail and go back towards our inbox, and this is a new mail, and you're going to see the details are exactly the same, only this name has been changed. And yes, each of my lead is going to receive a personalized mail. Now what I want is I want to add the details in my Google Sheets. Alright, so to do this, I'm going to click on this add new action step. For the action application, I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. So let's search for Google Sheets and select it. For the event, I'm going to select add new row and click on this connect. Once again, if you haven't connected Google Sheets, go on this add a new connection and then sign in with Google like we connected our Gmail. I've already connected my Google Sheet, so I'm going to go towards the select existing connection and then save. Now we have to select the spreadsheet in which we want to add the details, and then the sheet, and then one by one we are going to map all of these details so that we can add these details in our Google Sheets. Alright, so I'm going to map this first name, last name. Now I'm going to map this email address. Now let's move on further. I'm going to map this phone number. Now I'm going to map the budget. So I'm going to map all the details over here in this Google Sheet so that my team has the proper information about the lead. I'm going to map the type of the property interested in, which is multifamily, and now for the interested in, I'm going to map it, which is investing. Now after entering all of these details, let's click on this save and send test request. We have received the response that we have added the details, and you're going to see the details have been added in my Google Sheets. Now let's move on further and send a notification on our Slack channel. Alright, so I want to notify my team on a Slack channel, so I'm going to click on this add new action step. For the action application, I'm going to search for Slack and select it. For the event, I'm going to select send channel message and click on this connect, and now click on this add a new connection and then connect with Slack. For the token type, I'm going to keep it as bot. So if you wish to learn about the token types, go on this learn more, and we're going to see a whole documentation. So your token type can be either user or bot, and you're going to see the proper difference between bot token type and user token type over here. So you can check out this and select your token type accordingly. I'm going to select it as bot over here. Now let's move in further. Pabli is asking for some permissions, so let's click on this allow and give Pabli all the permissions like we did before this. Alright, now our Slack is connected. So now we have to select the channel in which we want to send the message. So this is the channel which is new Facebook leads. So let's select the same channel which is new Facebook leads. Now we have to enter the message, and in this message I'm going to map the details. But first let's format this message, and then one by one I'm going to map all the details. And yes, as you know that we're going to map these details so that these details can change with every new response received. Alright, so as you can see, these are the details which I'm going to map, which are added in my Google Sheets. Alright, so first let's map the name. So I'm going to look for name. I'm going to map the first name, put a space, and then the last name. Now we're going to map this email address, then we're going to map the phone number, then we're going to move in further and map the rest of the details like the budget, city, and all. Alright, I'm going to map this budget. For the city, I'm going to map it as Bhopal. For the property type, I'm going to select the property type, which is multifamily. And now for the interested in, I'm going to select interested in over here, which is this investing. Now after mapping all of these details, let's move on further and click on this save and send test request. It is asking me for many other details, but all of those are not required, so I'll leave it as blank. Now let's open our Slack, and you're going to see an automated message sent on Slack with the details of the lead. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And like I showed you in the starting of this video, that whenever we're going to receive a new lead from Facebook, automatically a new contact will be created in Zoho CRM. Then further a mail will be sent towards my lead, which is something like this. Then further the details of that lead will be added in my Google Sheets, and at last our team on Slack will be notified about the same. So yes, all of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back in again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabli Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.